I don't know. Did you see the officer, the policeman, the meme? It was so funny. Yeah, with the highlight. Never turn on the body cam ever.
Dude,
Bro,
have you seen Clavicular and this looks maxing movement below the hello?
yeah. Has it been going on for years? The guy, right?
Yeah. They're like,
He
I think he's 19 or 20 now, doing tests and like just going all in on
Yeah, he's 6'2" and doing a leg lengthening surgery to 6'4", doing all kinds of plastic surgery. But apparently he's going viral.
dude, he's everywhere. He's going viral. What is your take on looks maxing? I'm interested in that.
I think it's a confidence thing. I saw somebody analyzes his mentality. Basically, he think those things will improve his looks, and thus the girls will be attracted to it, and he got more confident. And by being more confident, he actually got what he wanted. It's a like self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah. My take, the black pill is the whole point of the black pill is that everything comes down to your looks, which I think as a premise is false and is a spectrum that looks obviously do matter. But in terms of getting girls, I think your experience and my experience has been you just need to get to a threshold with a girl. And it's like you get to that minimum threshold and then it's all the other stuff that will depend on if you actually are with a girl enough. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Because yeah, I know some incredibly good looking Chad type people. Especially I remember in high school, like the best looking people, but they were like socially autistic and they couldn't get girls for shit. So it's like, yeah, looks is just one of the many dimensions.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
I haven't noticed, dude, of all the things I've done to become more attracted to girls in terms of like making money, going to the gym, looking better, whatever. The biggest lever in getting girls is legitimately how much exposure and how much effort you put into getting girls with what I've found. Like how much energy and time
100%.
lost you in that. It's like none of these other spectrums. It's like I don't think you can get to a point where you are good looking enough that girls are gonna start coming up to you and will instantly in love with you, and you know what I mean?
If anything, I pick fame over look any day of the week.
Yeah, yeah,
And also there's this saying that in sales, there's no tricks or tips or whatever. If you got enough numbers, you're bound to make sales. It's expressed in Chinese.
100%.
It's very true.
Yeah, it's like it's so low advice, but the best advice for girls is numbers game. And the one thing that I think is more powerful, that people don't like, that people underestimate is pre-selection.
Hmm.
In any situation that I'm with other girls or you are seen to be well liked by other attracted girls, it's like, and I think that's the fame thing. Um, that's like the biggest lever of all. And it's like, there's something incredibly primal. But yeah, I've never seen in real life looks maxing be proven out that like some ultimate good looking giga chat, it just gets every chick. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know if you know Brad Pitt. He was once engaged to some girl, and the girl dumped him, and he was in a depression episode for a bit.
which to looks maxes shouldn't happen because he's like a 6'3" ultimate looks, like can't get any higher than that, right?
Yeah. So apparently, and yeah. But anyway, I wanna ask you if you wanna start this pod from something rather dark and finish on some lighthearted, or the other way around.
I thought dog did.
Okay. So the last month it was pretty bad for me. But by the way, I can hear a lot of wind.
Oh yeah, let's start dark and then go good.
All right. So last month has been pretty rough for me. So a couple of small minor mishaps here and there. But there's main two harsh rejections and the family and the inconveniences. So I don't want to sound like a pussy by going to details describing what happened. But what eventually got me out of it are a few phrases. and I want to get your thoughts on that.
Okay. Do you want to go into as much or as little detail as you want? But are they like relationship wise? It's family issues that happen a lot.
Yeah, so one is I was trying to join a private membership club, the couple of $1,000 to get in, and then is monthly thing. And another is a very cool co-working club with a lot of ambitious young people. So basically, I was denied, and yeah, it made me self doubt a bit.
Okay. Okay. What was the premise of being denied?
You're just not cool enough to hang out with us. We don't like you. But yeah, but like
That is like perfect fuel for motivation, is my perspective. But
yeah.
yeah, what was your? How did you react to it?
So the first phase is in Chinese we call it if they are not meant. We used to describe relationships, but it works for this setting as well. If you're not meant to be together, so be it. Life's not that long anyway. Mm.
Yep. Yep.
Second is a very powerful Instagram quote. All of this worrying just to die anyway.
True. True.
Third one is embrace the character arc of who you're meant to be. And fourth one. Oh, by the way, the Hormozy quotes I send you back the links on IG.
What the.
The one you were looking for, yeah.
Wait, how did you find it? Let me see if it's the right one.
I sent you 3 versions. I'm not sure which one you were looking for.
No, dude. I don't think any of these are it because I was looking so hard. No. No, dude, I don't know where it is because I looked through every single reel we've sent each other on this, and then I looked through our WhatsApp chat. I remember specifically you sent it to me. It's a Hormozy reel, and it's like extremely high edited, almost like what I was doing, but to another level.
Oh. Oh, I remember. Now I remember.
Yeah, he goes, everyone asks what champions have that I don't have, and he's like, that's the wrong question. Champions It's what do champions not have that I have, and it's an off.
Oh, right.
And then it like
I remember what one clip is the like a dark, gloomy sky with the blackbirds flying through one of the cuts. Now I remember it.
yeah, I don't know where it is. I don't know if it's deleted. I looked through all the reels we sent each other. Wow, because
That was a fabulous editing.
yeah, I'll let you keep going on, but the end of this year hasn't been great for me either. Just in terms of like, um, I think this month I'll make the least amount of money that I have in the last 3 or 4 years. Um, yeah, in just some fashion,
Are you scratching your ass?
stretching on off.
Well, sorry to interrupt. It sure looked like that on the video. Sorry.
I'm stretching my leg.
Okay.
But yeah, you're not on the only one in that boat. Dude, life's it's so ups and downs. So
So
you've been going through a down period over the last 3 months, expect the wick back up.
that's the thing. I thought I was in a trough, and my mom says, "But if you're at the lowest point, that means the only way up forward is up now." But what I didn't expect is go lower and lower and lower. Like fuck this.
What else?
And another quote by Hormozy is, "You should be ashamed for being rejected, and unapologetic for trying." Apparently, I'm trying to be in a groups of people who are better than me, where I don't belong. But that's the point. You shouldn't be ashamed of that for trying.
What are these groups that you were trying to get into? And
I don't want to mention names on the pod. I'll tell you later.
but like the entrepreneurial circle?
It's two different ones.
Okay. But are they like related to making money? Like what would be the upside of joining one of these group?
I wouldn't know. Maybe even if I join a couple months, maybe within 1 month or 2 months, I get bored of it and grew out of it. But the thing is, the FOMO.
Yeah, but FOMO for what? Are they entrepreneurial groups? Are they like
Yeah. One of them is, but I'll tell you later. Let me just finish the quotes first. So we are just put on this earth to experience. in that sense, there is no win or lose. We're just here to experience. Another good mentality. And I think last one is you will die, so will everyone you love. Why do you spend so much time trying to be liked by people who won't even attend your funeral?
True, true.
And every successful influencer got their fair share of affected by the haters' comments. Basically, every single podcaster I listened this or YouTuber said that one negative comment outweighs 100 positive ones. Is it true for you too?
Um, yeah, it's true, but at a certain point, dude, I don't even care about the like, and I know everyone says that, but at a certain point, you don't even care about either. It's like it all just becomes annoyed. Like, and you just don't care about either in either way because you've seen everything 100 times. It's like you've had so much exposure that you just don't care. But when you're starting out 100%, and you look at the negative comments and they're the only one you think about.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so that's it for my rant. Shall we talk about your Iron Man journey?
Yeah, let's do life update just because I think a lot has happened,
Yeah,
and I want to
yeah,
hear
yeah, yeah.
about you first. How did you end up in Brazil, bro? What have you been doing like the last 8 weeks? What are you focusing on? Why are you in Brazil? What's your goal in Brazil?
I just New York because of the daylight saving bullshit. It gets dark like 4:20, super early, and it's freezing cold. And I just need some place that I can clear my mind. Now I walk. If I show you my daily steps, I average about 18,000 steps a day.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
brutal,
crazy.
right?
But last time we checked in, you were in New York, and
Yeah.
you were trying to do consumer apps. You were flying to Miami. You were meeting people. You were kind of locked in, seeming like working. What happened since then? What are you focusing on now? Where else have you been in South America? How long will you be there? Etc.
Well, I got co-founders, and basically I told them I need a little break, and I'll join them in a bit. Yeah, so that's it for now.
Okay, so you met some co-founders in New York.
No, that's the one in Florida. That's the business trip for. The other ones are pretty good. I was trying to see for a good fit, but I don't think so.
Why? So you haven't committed to a co-founder? Okay. Do you even want to do consumer apps anymore?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And what you just flew to South? Bro, give me some. I feel like I'm on a date with a girl that doesn't like me.
Um, I don't know. I just need a change of mind, so I flew to somewhere tropic. It feels like you're on a date with a 10 model who's just cold and ice, right?
Fucking hates me, bro. Giving me one word answers, making me feel like I'm trying teeth, bro.
Uh,
What? It's literally that not that deep that you flew to South America to get some sun and clear your mind.
yeah, just
How long are you gonna be down there? Have you just
for
you flew straight to Brazil?
yeah. I've always heard a lot of good things about Brazil, and yeah, need to see it for my own eyes.
You think you'll
So what about you, man?
better?
Yes, totally. There's this city called Florianopolis. You should come.
I have a very close friend that I've gotten close with here, and him and his girlfriend, they're flying back to New York, and then they're flying to Brazil in January. I don't know if he's staying at the same place as you, but you'd like him if you're still there in January.
There's this island called Florianopolis. Super cool island. Lots of hiking, 40 or 50 beaches.
Dude, is
It,
it really safe and hard to get onto
what?
the
In
island? Is it really safe compared to the rest of Brazil?
Yeah, that specific place is extremely safe.
Okay. Yeah, that's where my friend is going that I've met here. If that's where you are, you should meet him. You guys would get along well?
Would you come?
Not until March next year.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So tell me about your updates. The Ironman thing. The newsletter. The YouTube AdSense. What's going on?
Okay. Um, Yeah, still in Rai Naihan. The last few months, heavy. Did all I've done is fitness, and I've done a ton of socializing. I've like I have built a very good social group down here, which is nice. Um, but everyone is left this week. Everyone's going back for Christmas, and as you know, with the digital nomad life, like only some of them are coming back here, and then other people are just traveling on to whatever other place. Um, in terms of money, this whole year I haven't focused on money, and I think I'm seeing the downstream consequences of that now. Crypto nutshell still makes good money, and it's like it's still far makes more money than I spend. So it's not like I'm in critical, but Jamie Tree is dead. I just shut that down yesterday. I'm not even gonna upload on the channel anymore. Um, yeah, so that which has been like between a 10 and 50K per month thing for like 3.5, 4 years. So that has come to an end. Um, this Iron Man is taking up a ton of my time. If I knew how much time it would take, I probably wouldn't have committed to it early in the year. But now there's only 2 months left. After that 2 months, 2026 is going to be a big money push year and will probably be all my time focused on money. Um, I think the biggest thing so far, and this is subject to change, but I think my best bet to make a lot of money is I'm going to take a new YouTube channel, go from 0 to $10,000 a month. I think I can do it between 30 and 90 days, 30 days on the like buff end, 90 days on the slow end. And I want to do that with no outside editor. Like, I want to make it a case study in that someone who has no money, they just have their laptop, no experience. It's a case study that you can take a brand new YouTube channel and start making $10,000 a month because it's much easier once you have money and you can hire team members and start putting videos together and whatnot. If I can prove that out, the next step would be trying to win the school games. I think that'd be a cool goal to do in 2026.
Have you decided which theme? Crypto, finance, business?
Off of school.
No, for your new channel.
Oh, the new channel? Alright, so these are the themes that I think are popping off right now. You could do an anti-immigration channel, would be fantastic. You could do any of these like big macro themes that are gonna get bigger over the next few years. Um, I think are ripe for the taking and perfect. So anti-immigration, I think is really good. Something about men being lonely slash like the dating crisis slash like anti-woke videos would be really good. And third one is like financial collapse porn is what I'd call it. It's
Oh, yeah, exactly, exactly.
like every video is like a collapse is coming,
Yeah,
printing like too much money. Essentially crypto nutshell, except all negative, and stock market focused, I think extremely high. So I think those would be my front runners. Probably the financial collapse would be the biggest
the
one.
the most lucrative, definitely.
Yeah. Cause you can do 20 to 30-minute videos. And you get people like Warren Buffett, Ray Dalio, and they talk about them printing money, a collapse is coming, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, yeah.
Those print money and the market size is a lot bigger than crypto. So it's like 10x the size. So yeah, crypto nutshell, it will pay all my bills and we'll keep going, but I want to shut it all down, dude. I'm so sick of crypto. I don't know if you followed the markets. I'm sick of the influencers in crypto. I'm sick of the biggest like names in crypto. I don't want to cover it anymore. I'm like bored of it. I'm bored of everything. I want to start brand new.
I
Um,
feel you totally, bro.
like,
Uh,
and I feel like I'm just at that stage of my life.
like YouTubers like Graham Stephan, they milk the every single thumbnail is going to shit. So is
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
Kevin, other big finance gurus. So they've been doing this for like collectively more than 30 years. They know what people will click. They know better.
yeah,
And another thing about crypto is you're absolutely right. When I was in Silicon Valley, San Francisco area, apparently this year, not a single crypto company was accepted into Y Combinator. And whenever I go to social settings, I tell people, "Hey, I used it for crypto." And everybody size me up in a negative way. They won't say it, but apparently they're not interested. It has a super negative connotation, just as, "Oh, I'm a businessman in Dubai."
Dude, it's like telling people you're a course seller. It has rightly so many negative connotations towards it, even though it's not all
Mhm.
that. Uh,
Yeah, I totally.
Dude, but here's the thing with crypto, and the reason I don't like it and want to be done with it. All of the value to come out of crypto can be summarized by buy Bitcoin,
But
done.
I hold.
That's
Yes,
it. Dude, that's 99.999% of the value to come out of crypto.
1,000%.
Dude, our premium newsletter that we have people on, it has a bunch of indicators and it had a portfolio. The portfolio was this time last year, it was outperforming the market by like 300%, but now over the next year it's way underperformed. And all the indicators, I don't know how deep you're into the crypto stuff, but essentially there's a 4-year cycle, which essentially broke this year, and everyone was wrong. All the indicators were wrong. Everyone in the space was wrong that was like predicting these trends and stuff. And it's like, everyone's just guessing. And Michael Saylor and his like just buy and don't sell, that's the only value to come out of crypto. And it's like, you can't build a product around it that is good. Whereas what I like about the YouTube thing is that's a crazy skill, bro. Being able to take a YouTube channel from zero and make it start printing money in 1 to 3 months, um, that's so in your face. And I think it's a very easy sales proposition to be like, you pay me $100 a month and I'll teach you how to take a
Yeah,
channel from zero to $10,000 a month very quickly. So
I like that.
the problem with that is that's a fuckload of work. I don't, you know how hard it is to create high quality YouTube videos. To do that solo, and the goal would be to do one per day for 30 days.
The scripting, the editing. Wow, Jesus.
Good thing is the AI tools that are out right now makes it infinitely easier, but it's still like 1 to 4 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
Like your boy, or someone just said,
O sea, que aquí no puede ficar. Por favor, 30 minutos más. Ya terminé. Oh, no, hay demasiada música. Es ruidoso. Ok, dame unos minutos, por favor. Te daré una propina. ¿Vale? Te prometo.
you know, Portuguese was minute.
Cinco, cinco. Dos. They want me to move a spa, so.
Oh, I get it. So,
Podrías bajar la música. That's Spanish, because the Spanish and Portuguese are extremely similar.
oh, okay.
I was in a area that closed down, and they said they want me to move on to this side of the lobby. All right. Oh, you wanna see the hotel? Is a pretty decent one. You can see the streets. I was in the. Can you see the Ferris wheel thing?
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm right in the city center. You couldn't get a better spot. Quiet.
No, me, I would be Ray Bill over somewhere like living in Thailand.
Rate what?
How would you rate living
What?
there?
Thailand. I love Bangkok. It's Bangkok, Moscow are probably my favorite cities.
Okay, interesting. As a, I assume that you haven't been indulging, but what is your perspective on dating life in Brazil?
I will soon give you a better uh, r- review when I finish.
Good.
But the north is majority black. Thus, is like your Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo. They're very dangerous, shady. A lot of homeless people, drug addicts, home. And here, as soon as I arrived at Curitiba, apparently it's a lot safer. Everybody's saying that, and I felt extremely safe. And guess what? It's majority white people. I thought to myself, what a fucking surprise, bro. You cannot make this shit up.
That's funny. I've seen reels that when people go to Brazil, they'll like, it's like a stereotype. You'll randomly get kissed. Like kissing culture is like really big in Brazil, or like they kiss really early on in interactions. Is that something you've observed? Is that a real stereotype?
No, 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 no. It's like Chinese people eat dogs. Only a subset of some village out there probably eat it.
Yeah, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. How was your Ironman prep?
It's going well. I haven't missed any training things. Dude, I'm fitter than I've ever been in my life. Like by far,
Jeez.
bro. Like ridiculously fit. Here's the problem with Ironman prep. It's all cardio and it's a fuckload of endurance. So your cortisol goes up. So my physique actually looks worse despite me being fitter, which sucks. There's a difference between cardio performance and like how good you,
Totally.
which I don't like. Um, the other thing, dude, it's so an Ironman takes fitness and it pushes it way beyond what is even healthy. So I was reading this study and it looked at different types of sports and the impact it had on people's lifespan versus general population, like people that didn't play sports. The two highest, and they added 10 years to your lifespan on average. They were racket sports. So anything with a racket, paddle, squash, tennis,
That's a surprise.
and gymnastics. So the reason I think those two is because they're like short bursts of extremely high intensity and then a reset. So it's like you're going from zero, you're getting like really high cardio activity and then going back down. They had ultra endurance running on there, and that had -3 years compared to not doing anything. So, like ultra marathon running, if you become proficient at that and that's your sport, you live for 3 years less than if you didn't do fucking anything, which I think is insane because they are insanely fit, but I think it's putting so much stress and cortisol on the heart and cardio system and like all your body that you have worse health outcomes than if you did nothing. So
That is crazy.
I know.
Reliable.
Minor. Um, it's like you were just putting your body under so much stress and work. It's cool to get your body to that like level and cardio level, but yeah, after I do it, I will be completely quitting from all endurance sports and just like going to the gym and swimming and doing like a lot less. So
That's why
it'll
Pierdra levels, he only does heavy lifting and creatine.
Yeah, dude. Well, I think heavy lifting is like a really good one. And then you need to pair it with some sort of cardio. So, like, you could run 2 or 3 times a week, could play a racket sport a few times a week. Uh, you could swim a few times a week. But yeah. Um, I'm doing it. My sister's husband, so my brother in law, is doing the Ironman, and so is Lachlan, one of my close friends. I don't think you met him. Uh, so I'll 100% beat them. It's now a little bit of a competition, and then I'll retire from
Makes sense.
Ironman.
All right. On a side tangent, I one of the theories I recently developed is that no matter what you achieve, nobody cares for more than a minute. No matter how they congratulate you, hugging you, tell you how proud of you they are. If you um if you think about to the core of it, people only are interested in what they can benefit off you.
Yes, 100%. That's a very good insight,
Think about a funeral, right? I guarantee you, people are there thinking about what to have for dinner and who's picking up the child before it was over.
bro. There's it's a quote I just saw before we got on. It's something like, at some point you'll realize that no one was watching, and you could have done whatever you wanted anyway. Something like that, and it's so true, bro. It's like even if you achieved even the like biggest influences, bro, you barely think about them and like you check in with them
Yeah.
every now and then, and you can build infinite goodwill. So it's like you could improve someone's life so much and give them so much value and like be in their face all the time. And then it would take just one little thing or like a period of not seeing them and they would completely forget about it. It's
Yeah,
all as selfish and as narcissistic as it sounds, it's so true that people only
I know.
care about what you can do for them in that moment.
Goggins, Isler, like they achieved inhumane ultra marathons that exceeded human potential. But how long was that in your mind? Right? People only clap for you when they have something to benefit off you. It's just human nature. I'm not saying it's good or bad. It just it is.
It's so true, bro. It's so true.
Another quote is, if you think about how little you care about others, you could finally understand how less others care about you.
Yeah.
Same way, if you know how hard it is to change yourself, then you could understand why it's unrealistic for you to want to change others.
Yeah. Yeah. No, very good insights. I used to make a lot of reels on this on the account that I was growing about like be cringe, don't worry about what other people are thinking, all that stuff. And it's because like, bro, we both heard these quotes or like those notions before, but to actually
Mhm.
internalize it, it's pretty much impossible. So you need to be constantly reminded and constant because like you'll always switch the spotlight back on you and it will feel like you're performing to this imaginary and yeah, and like you can know these things, but it will still feel like that. So you need to constantly remind yourself that no one gives a fuck. No one's watching you, no one is paying attention. Um, it's a good reminder for you to bring up.
Very true. All right, and now I think I will start to pivot to something more positive. So a monthly pod is one of the very few things I look forward to because I tried maybe more than 5 people already at this point, and the furthest I made to is 2 episodes. Then just it's just polite, respectful, awkward silence. No chemistry, no jokes, no bantering. Only with you, bro.
I like that. No, I enjoy these conversations every time because yeah, dude, even the YouTube video you put up the other day, it was on like determinism that like I don't know if you've gone down this rabbit hole. Did we speak about this on the last podcast?
Not yet. I thought I put up the rejection one. I put up like 10.
You put up a bunch, yeah. And I don't know if they were even you, they were like AI recordings, but one of them was pretty much on determinism. And there's a rabbit hole that I went down. It's kind of related to what you were saying at the beginning of the podcast, but it's the notion that all right, so they've done these science experiments a bunch of times. Like the researchers will put people in a brain scan MRI machine or whatever, and then they'll give them a button and they'll be like, press the button randomly whenever you want. And they've proven this again and again and again. The brain will unconsciously decide to press the button like a few hundredths of a second before you consciously decide to press the button. But your conscious brain will then backwards rationalize your decision to unconsciously press the button, even though it wasn't your conscious brain, it was your unconscious intelligence to do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I
So,
think it's my video of the backward rationalization, right?
yeah.
Cognitive bias.
So the what I'm saying that it's one step deeper is that every decision that you make, every word that is coming out of my mouth, it feels like I decided to do that, but that's wrong. I unconsciously decided that and had no actual input to that. It was just all these outside influences, my environment, my genetic,
Totally.
previous experiments that made me do this. And then I backwards rationalize consciously that I
A
consciously
thousand
started
percent,
doing it.
bro.
Dude, so if you go down that line of thinking, we have no free will and everything that was going to happen anyway, like going back to whenever everything started, right? So it's like
Uh-huh.
I found that frame of mind extremely useful in that you can't regret anything in the past. Or when you said you were feeling down because these groups rejected you, it's like, why feel down about something that was always going to play out that way, if that makes sense? It's like, it
Yeah.
wouldn't have been any other way. There's nothing else you could have done. And it was always like, you're essentially just an observer that feels like they have an actual input, but you actually just observe all these things that are unfolding, but you don't have any actual input because your unconscious mind has already made up these things. They were like preordained almost. Does this make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
there's no like actionable takeaways that you can take and from that line of thinking besides anything that bad happens or that unfolds in your life, you shouldn't have any negative reaction to it because it was like you had no input anyway. But the flip side of that is you should act as if you have free will because you are still the observer in your story playing out.
I never thought of the deeper layer you're not discussing about. I need some time to think about it and let it sink in. I'll give you my feedback later.
Dude, it's kind of a massive mind fuck because you could be like, "Oh, well, if everything's preordained, then I was preordained to fucking lie in bed all day and eat junk food and watch fucking YouTube." And it's like, it was always gonna be like that, which is true, but it's like, you can get a very nihilistic, uh, like, perspective if you go too deep into it. So, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm very glad that you enjoy the same topic, niche topic as I do. Backward rationalization. Who would have thought of that?
Yeah,
And I made a
dude,
video
when I saw that YouTube video because I've been looking
took
for,
a step
like,
further.
yeah.
No way. No. All right.
I did
That's
at the
crazy.
same time,
The next thing is, yeah. Did you finish the entire video?
I watched the first few minutes, but if it was you talking, I probably would have finished the whole thing, but it was just some AI slop.
The thing is, I typed down every single word. It's not AI generated script.
Oh, okay.
I typed every single word, all those articles.
Deep slop.
No, bro. Yeah, no, no, no. Yeah, trust me. Just finish the video. I think um you'll like it.
Okay, okay.
So another thing is, did you see your YouTube year recap?
I don't think I did, no. I saw, dude, everyone did one. Even Beehive, the email platform, put one out. Oh, no, dude, I did see it. It
It's like a slideshow, like an Instagram story that's forcing you to click.
dude, what
I
did it
one
go?
one I got
It's
two very
it's
interesting insights. The one is I'm the top 0.1% audience for my first million podcast. The second one is my analysis. I'm super into educational study and those educational content yet, which is true.
personality, but
I don't know. I
mine was the self-improver.
let me check my screenshots. I do. I think you. I don't know if you can see. Here's my top interests.
Your top interests, business success stories, exploring different cultures, tech industry, tennis, YouTube. Yeah, okay. That sounds about right.
And here are my most watched channels. I don't think those are accurate. Those are probably the ones I watched last month.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm business minded.
Nice, nice. Go to your archetype. Might be like businessman.
Yeah, probably. But now I don't have it that anymore. No. All right. Next topic you want to see is hear a story.
Yes.
So I was at a hotel in Rio de Janeiro. It was a decent hotel. I would say 5 star, not 5 star, 4 star for the local standard. And I was stuck in the elevator. It's not some shabby elevator. It was large enough with mirrors type shit, and I got stuck there for an hour.
Damn. How did he get out?
They fucking cracked open the door and pulled me up, bro.
Oh my god. I used to have a fear of elevators when I was a kid and getting stuck in elevators, so that's kind of like one of my nightmare scenarios.
But I pressed all the alarms, the button, and shit. Apparently, it wasn't working. And but within like 7 minutes, somebody knocked on the "Hey, we hear you," because it was like midday. It was checkout time. It was super busy, so I'm glad. And
I think it was like midnight or some shit. Oh my god.
yeah, and ChatGPT helped. When I was in the elevator, I don't have phone signal, but I do have Wi-Fi connection. So ChatGPT said, "Hey, if you want to sue, you have to 1,000%. You need to ask for an incident report, detail what happened." So that's a ChatGPT W.
That's cool. That's funny, dude.
And
Oh,
in the end, I didn't press them too hard. They were super nice and kind. So they gave me like 3 nights for free as a complimentary, and I didn't threaten to sue as I asked GPT like, yeah, I could win a lawsuit of a couple $100, but I was like, why? But
yeah.
I did got run over when I was in over my feet by a guy when I was in New York, but I was too fucking chicken. He even pushed me. I should have sued his ass, but I was too chicken back then. I learned my lesson.
What? Someone ran over your feet in New York and then pushed you.
Yeah, when I was biking, yeah,
Damn.
it was a yeah. But it's just a lesson learned. And another story is I went to a urologist. You know what it is?
No.
They check your pee pee.
Like for an STD check?
No, I went to this one because I want to check my testosterone and fertility. So it's like a male doctor for your genital.
You've already.
And oh, we didn't even get there. It was a gay doctor. It was a gay doctor. Yes, I was like, "Fuck, this is interesting." But the good thing is like there has to be a third person in the room. In this case, I think it was a 35-year-old female nurse. In case they have a name for her, but I forgot. But she has to be there to make sure the patient doesn't feel uncomfortable. So I got my balls grabbed, checking the testicular cancer because my mom had breast cancer. It
I
was a funny experience. But it turns out if I want to check my fertility, the sperm sample and testosterone, I need to go another doctor and in the morning time. So I didn't bother. It was funny.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't to get your testosterone checked, you get a blood test. They don't check your PP at all.
Yeah, I did my blood work and urine work 2 months ago. He doctor said I'm healthy. And
They did you check your testosterone?
I need to ask for the report. I got a call and they said everything was fine, so I didn't bother ask for the report. I should. I will, in fact. I think this is the a gay urologist is the female equivalence of a male gynecologist. Do you know that joke? Hey, what do you do? Oh, I'm an amateur gynecologist.
No, I haven't heard that. That's funny.
If people want to be you, would you recommend them so?
If someone wanted to be me, would I recommend them to be so?
Yeah, to be you, to do so.
Like to actually be me or to do what I do?
Yeah. For example, Elon, that he always advised people against being him because he's actually very miserable on the daily basis.
Oh, dude, I would highly recommend to be me. I'd say I'm happy. Yeah. Fool. Let's say I live one of the best lifestyles in the world. Obviously, there's a few things missing, and you'll always look at the negatives. But if you look at the big broad strokes, yeah, I live one of the best lives ever.
How was your dating life recently? I know you got your career and friendship and lifestyle figured out.
I seen this. I don't know if I said it on the last one. I seen this Belgium girl. We saw each other a few times, but she was an in and out, so she wasn't here for long. And then outside of that, this year's been pretty slow in terms of dating. The the one thing I want to focus on in 2026, but I'm always back and forth on this, is should you put a lot of time and effort towards dating? Because it feels like a massive waste of time. But at the beginning of the podcast, and I think it's true, the more time and effort you put towards attracting and getting girls is the more results you'll see, obviously. But it's like with that dichotomy you want to solve for. Um, yeah, I would love to be in a long term relationship, I think, next year because it's such a waste of time doing it the other way.
I feel you, bro.
How about you? How's your love and dating life going?
I cannot say on a pod.
Okay, I'll ask you later.
Um, so Alex Hormozy has always said that after he dies, he will give away all his wealth to the society. So the sailor, um, these people don't have kids. So I wonder what will be your way, what's your take on passing the wealth?
Um, I think you've got to do it in a smart way. Like, you should give it to them in the most meaningful part of their life, which would be probably early 30s as they're about to have kids and buy a house or whatever. I think that's the most meaningful way to do it. Yeah, if you don't have kids, just try and give it back to the society in the most fitting way that fits your ideology. Before we dive into different topics, would you recommend people live your life?
I would say no, actually. I'm more aligned with the Yilong side. Like, it's not that fun because people only see the glamours on the outside. My answer is a solid no. People,
Uh,
no, you do not want to be me, bro.
Why? What about your life is not fun?
Well, we'll have to leave that topic to a campfire under the stars, bro.
Well, from an outward perspective, you don't work a 9 to 5, you travel all the time, you have essentially ultimate freedom to do whatever you want whenever you want. I think a lot of people would trade in their lifestyle for your lifestyle.
I think that's the thing. Well, the Nordic countries have the best welfare. You're basically paid to go to school. You can take a month off with paid salary, but they have the high suicidal rate in the world, right?
True, true.
And if lifestyle freedom equals happiness, then you will not see the wealthy, rich kids driving sports cars, indulging in substances, and waste money on private jets and champagne bottles, right?
Well, I think it's the same type of thing that money doesn't buy happiness, but you don't see rich people giving all their money away and being poor. And people say they hate being famous, but they don't move to Fiji and wear a disguise to not be famous anymore. And it's the same thing with like personal freedom. It's like, yeah, maximum freedom doesn't equal happiness, but people that achieve freedom, you don't see them running back to a 9 to 5 and shackling themselves to a life of routine and position, right? It's like it's one
Every
of
time,
many factors.
yeah, every time I see a very rich person, like a huge billionaire or famous millionaire, oh, money doesn't make you happy. I always thought, fuck. Oh, of course. Okay, give me something. Let me share your misery. You never see that. But I do believe in raising your sons in harsh conditions and your daughters in pampered conditions. Poor raise your son, or rich raise your daughter.
I would have agreed a few years ago. Now I don't know, man. I don't know enough about.
What? What?
I don't know about being a parent enough. Because dude, Donald Trump was raised, I would say, very privileged, and he became ultimately successful. So say, I don't know. I think it's hard. It's a hard. It's so contextual. I think it's hard to give a blanket statement.
Let's see. I was flying again, so much security, so much luggage check at the airport. I believe these, like every single baggage, the X-ray, they have like five staff looking at your luggage. That I think these are the real costs of 9/11.
Yeah, to imagine the amount of human time wasted because of 9/11.
And another thing is about AI. I think blue collars are on the come up. The electricians, plumbers, HVAC, those will make six figures, and also construction workers. But instead, if you work in the AC room, a white collar job, finance, you're going on the downhill, bro.
Yeah, 100%. I think if you want a career to last more than like 5 to 10 years, you need to be a plumber or an AC repairman or like something like that, dude. Everything is
Because AI,
a
yeah,
short time horizon that is like,
yeah, yeah. Don't get me wrong. Robotics are coming, but they're just at least a decade later than the AI wave.
exactly. And like in like difficult humanoid robot tasks, like fixing an air conditioning, I think will be quite a time off.
All right. Any
Delivery
clo-
bro, I think robotics,
Yeah, yeah, 1,000%.
like that will be almost immediately replaced, but then like more in-depth human blue collar jobs, I think quite a while off.
Do you know that some statistics report or Naval said that if we now replace every single vehicle in the United States with a AI one, immediately 1 year, 50,000 death less.
Dude, yeah. Bro, the amount of accidents I've seen here, we need self-driving cars immediately. We need AI driving cars. Like humans should not be driving, honestly.
You should not let monkeys drive, in Naval's word.
Exactly, bro. You should not be letting monkeys drive.
Any closing thoughts? I have one last sentence.
Dude, should we do? I think it would be cool. I read this book. It's called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill.
Hmm.
And essentially, if I had to summarize the book in a few sentences, it's don't be a drifter. And that if you don't have a definite, very simple goal to run after, the devil and the distractions of the world kind of get their hooks into you and pull your heart. So I think it'd be cool to kind of do a audit of 2025 and what we want to do in 2026 before the end of the year. Or maybe that's can be first part of January. I think it would be cool.
I'd illustrate more. So,
So we could just like outline what like give a loose outline of 2026 and what we want to accomplish and focus on in January. That can be the pod.
for me, actually, I thought about this, but this happened to be the very quote I was gonna tell you. You ready for it?
Okay. Yeah.
You are one hello away from changing your entire timeline.
You're one low away.
You're one hello away.
Oh, one hello. Wait, one low or one hello?
Hello, hello. You're one hello, hola, away from changing your entire timeline.
Yeah, that's true, bro.
So, for the first 2 months, I want to finish South America. Just cross this continent off my list. And what about you?
For 2026. I need to think deeper, but I want to set one very simple goal for under the three pillars that all goals fall under: health, wealth, and love. Um, if I had to like give a rough outline, health would just be finish the Ironman. Love would be get in a long term relationship, and wealth would be I'd love to do 100K profit month. Wealth, I want to simplify, bro. I want to cut things down. I want to be more grounded in 2026. Like I don't want to be running multiple YouTube channels, multiple this, multiple that. I want one focus and to just go ham at that.
I like that.
Yeah. All right, bro. I want to talk off cam for a bit.
All right, that's the pod. I see you in 2026.
See you in 2026. Dude, there's one. Back when I used to live with Josh and James in a house in Macquarie, um, I remember we went on a pub crawl and I drank a decent amount and I was talking to a lot of girls. And there was one smoke show and I like got a few Instagrams and stuff, a few numbers. The next day I thought I was texting this absolute bombshell. And I showed it to James and Josh. And then I had planned like texting to meet up with I don't know, a day or two later, and we were going to the beach. And I thought it was a smoke show, and it was not. It was like a pretty unattractive chick. And I had from the same pub girl. And dude, I planned this like full day of like going to the beach, getting food, and like by the yeah, I don't know. I cringed thinking about that because I was like showing her to James and Josh, and then it was a different chick, and I just cringed thinking about that day. Like the day wasn't terrible, but it was like such a wasted day. Um, I don't like thinking that. I can't think of any like pants down in front of like public embarrassment. Um, off the top of my head, I'm sure there'd be some. What about you?
It's not a cringe moment, but the moment I think of the most is when I was 18 years ago. I went traveling for my first trip ever, and first day ever, I went for a swim on the coast of, um, uh, the Mexico, the Cancun, and I almost fucking drowned myself. So ever since from that point on, I'm on bored life. Maybe in another parallel universe, my mom is desperate and died that day.
Dude, okay, yeah, if we're going down that route, I don't think about Bush anymore, but the scooter accident I had early this year, that kept me awake for like months, and I just kept replaying it and replaying it. And
Oh shit!
yeah, dude, I feel this
So
way about
he's not
things
worse
that
than I thought.
the accident.
Yeah.
I mean, like it dislocated my shoulder, and my shoulder is like permanently damaged from it, and so is my hip a bit. Like nothing too crazy, but the thing that keeps me up is how close it was to like maybe not me. Well, yeah, I guess dying, but like if I hadn't worn my helmet and my face had grated against the ground as it slid, or like it was so close to being much worse. Um, and just
Human crayon. He almost went human crayon.
yeah, dude. I cringe thinking about like skin, yeah, grading down the gravel and shit. And like, yeah, it could have been way worse. So I think of being on borrowed time as well.
I don't know if you know this, like the world's number one model. He's Liam something I forgot. Super extremely attractive male model. He said that he's broken inside. He always doubt his appearance, and he's got this surgery because of his bone shattered. He's got in this action, this many scars, and I kind of feel the same way. I feel like being broken. For example, here are all my like small flaws. Like my shoulders are not wide enough. My fingers. If you see this one. Yeah, he got jammed from a basketball, and ever since, because I didn't get it treated, I thought it would recover. It's from a jam. There's a wart on my feet, and yeah, like oh, my teeth, although it looks perfect, this one is a little inward. I feel like I'm broken inside, so my eyesight are not no longer perfect because the teenage years I read too much books. I feel like I'm a broken, and yeah.
Dude, everyone has insecurities, and no one is perfect. Like guaranteed, bro. I haven't noticed a single thing that you just brought up.
Exactly.
It just shows that like all your um like perceived things, like they're not even a thing to people. I have a ton of insecurities. I wish I was fucking 6 inches taller. I have quite a long nose. I wish I was leaner all the time.
Yeah, likewise, bro. Not even once in my life I thought about those.
Yeah, dude, because they're all made up and no one gives a fuck. Like literally no one gives a fuck. You're your own biggest critic and it's not even close. It's like by a factor of like a billion.
Yeah, I guess this is this thing called life, right? Eventually, we're going to parents, and we'll see our parents pass away, and we'll become old. Welcome to this game of life, man.
Yeah. Dude, the thing that kind of scares me, I think you'll get it a lot harder next year when you turn 28, is it's just very in your face that your 20s are about to come to an end. And I don't know, maybe you thought you were earning more money at a certain point or your life would be different to a certain point. It's coming to terms with that. I feel like for me, next year is almost like now or never in terms of like getting a kind of life I'd expect to play out. Like, I wish I was making more money. I wish I was dating hotter chicks. But even if I was, I think that is a never ending. Let's say I was making 100K a month. I probably would be upset I wasn't making more than that. Know what I mean? I think that
Every single successful person I looked up to, they said, "Oh, you think you will achieve this and happily ever after? I guarantee you, you will never.
yeah, exactly.
There's not such thing."
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, that's a fun, depressing way to finish this.
You want to say something positive for like 30 seconds or 60 seconds? Just give me a random rant.
Dude, positive wise, we truly live a top, like, not even 1%, a top 0.1% life. The fact that for the last few years we've been able to travel, we're still young. We still have all our fucking hands, all our fingers, all our, like, we're very young, full of vitality, very sprightly. Essentially all of our life is ahead of us, even though we're approaching 30. 30 is still incredibly young in the grand scheme of things. Still have kids to look forward to, your wife to look forward to. It's like your life hasn't even really started. And I'd say the way both of us have played it from this point up until then has been near perfect. You have experienced more than all, like 99% of people, just in terms of travel, different cultures, meeting people. The experiences that you have are invaluable. And I think just based off how you've lived the previous 27 years of your life, it would suggest that the next stages of your life will be an outperformance as well, because you won't settle for shitty.
Do you know? Do you ever see like 17-year-olds being the type like, oh, I've seen it through it all. I knew everything. Like it, like they be kind of like see through the secular type of mentality and how much we want to smack them in the face. Like you're 16, 17, you know nothing. That's how exactly a 37, 30-year-old 8-year-old would look at us being melancholy right now.
Dude, 100%. They'd be like, you're 27, so yeah, traveling the world and you're bitching. Yeah. The other thing, bro, I think the where we both are right now, when we're 37, 38, and we probably have a few kids, we're probably in a long-term relationship with a wife and whatnot, we'll look back to this and be like, fuck, man. I would give anything to go back for a week and just have no responsibility, be able to do whatever, be able to travel wherever. the potentiality is so intoxicating of the period of life we're in right now. Like you can literally do anything.
Bro, let's say right now, Jamie, I give you 1,000 followers, $10 million, a very hot, super model girlfriend, maybe kids or a smart dog that listen to your orders. Do you think we'll see through this podcast with you smiling the entire hour with not a single thing that bothers you?
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. Um, yeah. Fuck. I was gonna say something good, but
Sorry. Come on, like get it.
um, no, I can't remember. Can't remember. Just, dude, we both live very blessed life, and I think we could both do with a dose of gratitude for the things we're able to do. Also, just the time in history that we live in, that we can have the potential of making money online, that AI is progressing so fast that it's taking all the bullshit away. We might live fucking double the lifespan of previous generations based off AI. It's like all these things are things to be grateful for.
Was that on your wrist? A police like home custody?
Yeah. I've been a naughty boy here. It's no, a travel for the woo.
Oh wow. Oh,
Let's see. You're not too into that kind of stuff, but oh dude, my recovery's terrible. Damn. So that's not good.
I used to have this couple apps that record my entire sleep. You know, your snorings and wake you up at the right whatever cycle, your lightest cycle, and give you a sleep score. I stopped using that. I don't think it's still
I
helpful.
go through periods. I get really frustrated because like today it'll show me really bad stats and that'll like make me feel bad throughout the day and I'll be like, "Oh, I'm so under recovered and I feel like shit even though I might feel okay." Um
On a side note, I do read that the children and family are the true happiness from every single guy I looked up to.
Having children is?
Yeah, they always said that is the most rewarding thing ever. But again, it could be backward rationalization, right? Because they invested so much time, energy, sleepless nights into those children. So they have to rationalize that these are their turn. Who will never know.
Worth it. Yeah. I think but I do think it would be a shame to go through life and not have kids. It's like it's such a core human experience that if you missed out on, I think would suck. Um, dude, something that I think your best skill is, and I've always said it, is just your ability to approach people, and you're the lowest inhibition person I've ever met, and it's not even close. And that's such a extremely useful skill because I think so much of the magic of life comes from being low inhibition. And as you said, you're only one hello away from a completely different life. And it improves not only friendships, but your dating life. Just it opens so many opportunities. That's something I want to be more of. You know, Ben Badier, the guy who died in a sauna, the money guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
A lot of his content was about like the small micro interactions you have every day, the people you see in the gym, the reception or server you have, the Uber driver, the people you like interact with, and like in all those micro interactions and just making them as positive and good as possible. You're one of the best people and lowest inhibition people at doing that. That yeah, I think you should be grateful for, and it's something I'm jealous of. I wish I was lower inhibition to just always be on.
Thanks. I I thank you. I don't know.
I think it's genetic, a lot of how much inhibition you have. Were you always like that, or was it a skill you purposely tried to improve on?
I think 50-50. It is something I was trying to improve on. But trust me, everything has a is a double edged sword. You bet this inhibition has got so much people hate me. Who does this motherfucker think he it is, right?
Yeah, I can think of examples of oh yeah, it is everything is a double-edged sword.
Yeah, for example, like you're so handsome, attractive, you will attract so many models that only love you for your look, but not for your personality, right? Terrible.
Exactly, bro. It's hard to find true love when you're this ridiculous.
All right, but I think I'll see you Fuck, everything just moves so fast. Like it was a month ago when we had our last pod, and boom, boom, boom. I'll see you towards the end of January.
Goodbye. Yeah, easy, bro.
Fuck.
Enjoy Brazil. Keep safe.
Yeah.
And crush it. Peace, my boy.